So we did a video on defending strikes on the ground. And we talked about the fact that there is Jiu-Jitsu versus the world and Jiu-Jitsu versus Jiu-Jitsu. And you need to have Jiu-Jitsu versus the world dialed in. That doesn't mean something you spend your first 3 months in Jiu-Jitsu class learning and then you never practice again. Okay, you have to practice this all the time. And it's not, the problem is people think self-defense Jiu-Jitsu is something that stopped being developed in the 90s or the 80s or whenever, right? A headlock escape hasn't developed. The way I learned how to do a guillotine as a white belt is vastly different than the way I do it as a black belt, okay? The way I do certain self-defense techniques has also developed and evolved as I've learned from people or I've made realizations about how to do it more easily, okay? So as you train, if you train self-defense, you'll get, okay, what if I did this? That might make it even harder for him to hit me, things like that. All right, so in this situation, this is one actually Merla Bustamante showed me. We're gonna set up a sweep, but from more of a fight perspective, a fight flow. Okay, so again, a lot of times, if he's standing, you know, yeah, I can start playing all this type of stuff because I'm not having to deal with punches. Okay, if I'm dealing with punches, I've got to do a completely different situation. Maybe kick him away, situation. Trying to, gonna get you down on my guard. Trying to do an elbow roll when he's at this level, yeah, it's great, right? I come up, post, do all that. But if he's at this level with this space, what's happening? I'm eating punches, okay? It's hard to do an elbow roll here. You got to learn how to set it up. We'll cover that another time maybe. But right now we're going to go ahead and set up a defensive guard, right? So we talk all the time in class what I call the 5 S's of guard. There's one defensive one, and that's the first one, which is survival. Meaning, if my opponent's in my guard and he can punch me or damage me easily or pass my guard easily, I don't have a good guard. My survival is useless, and therefore my guard is useless. Doesn't matter how many cool sweeps or submissions I know. Now you have the 4 other S's, which are more offensive, right? Stand up, which kind of defense or offensive. Sweep, submit, and strike, okay? I can strike from my back, meaning I can kick. There's certain other attacks. For me, standing up, besides survival, standing up and sweeping are the next most important ones, because they get me off my back. Right? In a fight, the longer I stay on my back, you know, I don't have, you know, the ref come to stop, let him back up. So if you can't get off your back, and you're choosing not to try to get off your back, you know, you better have a very good guard. So in this situation, we're going to set up a sweep, but in a way in which I'm putting myself in positions where I'm safe and not taking damage while I'm desperately trying to set up a sweep. Okay, so in this situation, I'm here, controlling. Maybe he tries to hit me. I can. Again, I make a shield. One thing I like to do, the moment I feel him pulling away, I control. Pull away. I control. My elbow connects here. Then I slide to the wrist. Now, right now, I got good head control. Ideally, I'd have my head turned. But he can be pretty strong in posture up. So from here, I'm going to open my knee out, pull my hand in, bring him over. My foot comes over. I try to connect my heel to my knee. So if I don't have this arm, no chance. Now notice he's offline. Okay, so if he tries to punch me now, he doesn't have a lot of base. This arm is under my arm. Now if I lose this arm, it's not bad because I have back takes and things. Okay, so, but we're here. Okay, so from here, I can work damage, I can work submissions, okay? But often what will happen is he will start to try to stand up. Now he can't bring his head up. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna start to get his feet underneath him and come up on his feet. Here. Because now if I try to hold on, just rip up. Here, okay? Anytime his hips are underneath him, bring your hips in, he can posture his head up with power. But any time that his head is down and his hips are back, He can't do that, but what he can do is lift his hips. And now once he gets his feet underneath him, go ahead. Now it's a lot harder for me to control. Okay, so from here, as he starts to pull away, I double grip this arm. Okay, my feet make hooks here, and now my legs, they're not straight, but they're a little bit bent, so now he tries to hit me. Here, I've got double grips, he tries to pull away. Here, okay. One little detail if I can, I'll take the middle, to quote Greg Thompson, middle finger, and I'll find that notch between the wrist bones of his hand, and I'll slide and catch. If his MMA gloves, it's a good place to catch. And then I re-grip over my other hand. So I'm like this, maybe circle your thumb up here. Okay, so we're here. Now he's trying to hit me. Here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my hips, swing my hips, catch. Here. I've got his hand. Now if I lost his hand entirely, it doesn't matter once I have this. Okay, so we're here. I lift my hips, kick my hips, rotate my shoulders, hold the ankle, hook the foot. Hook the knee. Now very importantly, I'm not pulling the knee this way. I'm kicking the knee out that way. Kicking his foot this way, kicking his hip that way, pulling the hand, pulling the hand. Here, wrist lock. Okay? What I mean by that, it's important, I wouldn't say it's important, but a lot of times I'll see people with the tripod sweep, and they'll pull this in. And then he'll kind of sit on my foot, or he lands with his foot kind of tucked underneath him a little bit, this way. And now, get back up. It's very easy for him to start to climb back up, okay? But watch his feet. When I kick the foot out, see how his feet are open? Now he tries to get up. It's a lot slower, okay? So, one more time. Let's turn this way a little bit. He's here, I'm controlling the head. I lock, I open my knee, kick. Controlling the arm, working him a little bit here. He starts to posture, I'm here. I lift my hips, catch, wrist lock. Okay. Murillo didn't show me the wrist lock part, that's all me. But you see how we started from the clinch position, and then when he starts to open space with the punch, we fill it up. He opens space standing up, we fill it up with our feet. Okay, we have his posture broken because of the hand control, and then we can hit our sweep and get up out of danger.